Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever been in a situation where a woman is completely open to sleeping with you, but won't kiss you? It might seem confusing, even frustrating, but there's actually a deeper reason behind it. Kissing is often seen as a gateway to emotional intimacy, while sex can sometimes be purely physical. So if she's willing to get intimate but refuses to kiss, what does that really mean? The truth is, her reluctance reveals a lot about her emotions, mindset, and even hidden intentions. In this video, we're diving into 7 shocking reasons why she'll have sex with you, but won't kiss you. Some of these might completely change the way you view attraction, intimacy, and relationships. Make sure to stick around until the end. What you're about to learn will give you a whole new perspective on the dynamics of physical and emotional connection. Let's get started. 1. Emotional detachment. Kissing is one of the most intimate acts between two people. It's not just about physical contact, but about emotional connection. For many women, a kiss holds far more meaning than sex. It's an expression of affection, passion, and vulnerability, something that creates a deeper bond between two people. On the other hand, sex, while intimate, can sometimes be purely physical, driven by lust, desire, or even convenience. If a woman refuses to kiss you, but is still willing to sleep with you, she may be consciously keeping emotions out of the equation. This could be her way of maintaining control over the dynamic, ensuring that feelings don't complicate the arrangement. For example, imagine you're in a casual relationship or a no-strings-attached situation. She might want to keep things strictly physical without forming any emotional attachment. Kissing, in her mind, could blur that line. By avoiding it, she's creating a boundary, making it clear that she sees the connection as purely physical and nothing more. If you find yourself in this situation, it's important to understand what it means for your relationship. Is she protecting her emotions? Is she trying to set limits? Or is she making it clear that she's just not emotionally invested? Whatever the reason, her reluctance to kiss speaks volumes about where she stands with you. 2. Hygiene or personal preference. Sometimes the reason she won't kiss you is as simple as hygiene or personal preference. Unlike sex, which can have some level of physical detachment, kissing requires face-to-face closeness and direct mouth-to-mouth interaction. This means any issues with cleanliness, smell, or texture are impossible to ignore. Hygiene issues. One of the most common reasons a woman avoids kissing is poor oral hygiene. Bad breath, unbrushed teeth, or even the lingering taste of food or alcohol can be major turnoffs. Imagine this. You're out on a date, and everything is going well. But when you lean in for a kiss, she suddenly pulls away. It might not be because she doesn't like you. It could simply be that your breath is unpleasant. Even if she's still attracted to you sexually, bad hygiene can be a deal-breaker for something as intimate as kissing. Solution? If you suspect this might be the issue, pay attention to your oral care routine. Brush and floss regularly, use mouthwash, and carry gum or mints when you go out. A little effort can go a long way in making you more kissable. Personal preference. On the other hand, some women simply don't enjoy kissing, and it has nothing to do with you. They may find it too messy, too intimate, or just not pleasurable. Some people are highly sensitive to textures and sensations, making the act of swapping saliva uncomfortable. For example, imagine a woman who loves physical intimacy but dislikes kissing because she feels overwhelmed by the sensation of someone's breath and lips so close to hers. Even if she's comfortable with sex, she may choose to skip kissing altogether simply because it doesn't feel good to her. In cases like this, it's not about hygiene or attraction. It's just how she feels. And that's something you have to respect. Understanding her boundaries and preferences will help you navigate your relationship in a way that works for both of you. 3. Transactional or situational sex. Let's be honest, not all intimacy is about love or deep emotional connection. Sometimes, sex happens because of convenience, pleasure, or even mutual benefit. In these cases, a woman may see sex as a simple exchange, but kissing? That's different. Kissing carries emotion, passion, and attachment, something she might not be willing to give. Sex as an exchange. Imagine this. You meet a woman who's incredibly attractive. The chemistry is there, the tension is undeniable, and she's completely open to taking things to the bedroom. But when you lean in for a kiss, she turns her head away. Why? because for her, sex is just sex, nothing more. Maybe it's a one-night stand, maybe it's a sugar relationship, or maybe she's just looking for a good time without emotional ties. Kissing, in her mind, is too personal, too intimate. For example, in friends with benefits relationships, both people agree to keep things casual. She might set a clear rule: we can sleep together, but no kissing. Why? Because kissing could blur the lines, making the relationship feel more like love than lust. Keeping emotional distance. For some women, avoiding kisses during sex is a way of maintaining emotional control. Maybe she's protecting herself from catching feelings. Maybe she's had past experiences where kissing led to complications, and now she draws a hard boundary. Think about it. Have you ever kissed someone and felt something deeper ignite inside you? That's the power of a kiss. It creates connection, passion, and intimacy. If she refuses to kiss you, she's sending a message: this is physical, not emotional. So if you find yourself in a situation where she's open to sex but avoids kissing, ask yourself, is this just a physical connection? Or is there something deeper at play? Understanding her perspective will help you navigate the relationship without misunderstandings or false expectations. 4. She's in a relationship or emotionally invested elsewhere. When a woman is already committed or still emotionally connected to someone else, her boundaries around intimacy can be especially clear. For her, kissing isn't just a casual act. It's a deep, symbolic gesture that represents genuine emotional investment, loyalty, and commitment. Imagine a scenario where she's in a long-term relationship or hasn't fully let go of past emotions. While she might enjoy the excitement and physical pleasure of a casual encounter, she draws a firm line when it comes to kissing. This isn't about a lack of attraction. It's about keeping her heart secure. Kissing, in her eyes, is reserved for the one who truly holds her love and trust. For example, think of a woman who, despite enjoying the physical connection with you, still feels a strong emotional tie to her partner. Engaging in a kiss with someone else might feel like crossing an unspoken boundary, a breach of the emotional space she's committed to preserving. Her refusal to kiss is her way of saying, this moment is purely physical. My heart remains elsewhere. Understanding this mindset is key. It shows that her actions are driven by a need to protect what matters most to her, her emotional bond with her primary partner. It's a clear message that while she values the physical aspect of intimacy, she remains faithful to the emotional commitments that define her true relationship. 5. Lack of genuine attraction. Genuine attraction is more than just physical appearance. It's the magnetic force that draws two people together, creating a spark that goes beyond mere lust. This kind of allure is essential not only for a satisfying physical encounter, but also for laying the groundwork for emotional intimacy later on. Without it, the connection may feel shallow, even if the physical aspect is present. Consider a scenario where a man seems perfect on paper. He's charming, successful, and attractive. However, despite these qualities, there's a subtle absence of that deeper, inexplicable chemistry. In such cases, a woman might be willing to engage in sex because of the immediate physical attraction, but she may withhold a kiss, a gesture that typically symbolizes a deeper emotional connection. The lack of that genuine spark signals that, while the physical side of the relationship is appealing, there isn't enough of a magnetic pull to foster true intimacy. This distinction is crucial. Genuine attraction is what turns a fleeting moment into a lasting bond. Without it, even passionate encounters can feel emotionally unfulfilling. It reminds us that true intimacy is built not only on physical desire, but also on that rare, compelling connection that makes both partners feel truly seen and valued. 6. Cultural or personal beliefs. Cultural values and personal beliefs can profoundly shape how a woman views acts of intimacy like kissing. In many societies, kissing is regarded as a deeply symbolic gesture, one that's reserved for serious, committed relationships. For some women, growing up in an environment where public displays of affection were limited or seen as too intimate can lead to the belief that a kiss is something sacred, reserved only for the right partner or a long-term relationship. For instance, a woman raised in a conservative culture might have internalized the idea that kissing represents an emotional commitment. Even if she finds you physically attractive and is open to sexual encounters, she may avoid kissing to adhere to the values and boundaries instilled in her from an early age. This isn't necessarily a rejection of you, but rather a reflection of her personal and cultural standards regarding intimacy. By understanding that her avoidance of kissing could stem from these deep-rooted beliefs, you can appreciate that her actions are influenced by factors beyond mere attraction or personal preference. Recognizing and respecting these cultural and personal boundaries is key to navigating your relationship with sensitivity and mutual understanding. 7. Power dynamics and control. Sometimes intimacy isn't just about connection, it's also about maintaining control over one's emotions and the relationship. By choosing to skip kissing, she can manage the balance of power and set clear boundaries. Let's break this down into two key aspects. Motivation, preserving emotional independence. For some women, controlling how much they let others into their inner world is crucial. Kissing, as an act of vulnerability, can feel like opening the door too wide. By avoiding it, she safeguards her emotional space while still enjoying the physical pleasure of sex. Example: imagine a woman who has experienced past relationships where deep emotional exposure led to hurt. Now she opts for a physical connection that keeps her feelings in check. This approach lets her satisfy her desires on her own terms, ensuring she stays emotionally independent and secure. Control, establishing clear boundaries. Refusing to kiss can also be a deliberate act of control within the relationship. It's her way of drawing a line between physical pleasure and emotional intimacy. By setting this boundary, she signals that while she's open to a physical connection, she wants to keep the emotional side under her control. Example: in a casual encounter or a no-strings-attached situation, she might decide, "We can enjoy each other's company physically, but I'm not ready to mix in the deep, emotional gestures like kissing." This clear division helps her maintain control over the dynamic, ensuring the relationship doesn't cross into areas she isn't comfortable with. Understanding these power dynamics can help you recognize that her choice is often about preserving her emotional well-being and maintaining control over the relationship. It's a strategic way of setting boundaries that keeps the connection exactly as she wants it, purely physical, without risking deeper emotional entanglement. If she's willing to have sex but refuses to kiss, it reflects a clear difference in how she views intimacy. In my view, this behavior isn't inherently negative. It's simply her way of setting boundaries and protecting her emotional space. It might indicate that she prefers to keep things purely physical, or perhaps she's guarding herself from getting too deeply involved. Whatever her reasons, understanding this distinction is crucial for anyone navigating such a relationship. Personally, I believe that recognizing these signals early on can help you make informed decisions about what you really want from a connection. If you're looking for more than just a physical encounter, it's important to communicate openly about your expectations. This conversation might be challenging, but it's the best way to ensure that both parties are on the same page. Advice for you: reflect on your needs. Understand what you truly want, whether it's a physical fling or something more emotionally fulfilling. Communicate openly. Don't hesitate to have an honest discussion about boundaries and expectations. Respect boundaries. If she's setting limits, take it as a sign to reassess whether your desires align with hers. If you found these insights helpful, please hit that like button, share the video with someone who might benefit, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what topics you'd like to explore next. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care and stay true to yourself.